What is a personal loan? A personal loan allows you to borrow a fixed amount of money over a fixed term. You can typically borrow over a term of between 1 and 5 years, although in some cases, you may be able to borrow for 7 years or longer. You will usually be given the option of borrowing a sum of between £1,000 and £15,000, with some providers offering larger loan amounts of up to £25,000. Personal loans are also known as unsecured loans as, unlike secured loans, you do not have to use an asset such as your home as collateral. This means they are lower risk as there is no danger of you losing your home if you cannot keep up with What should I consider before applying? Before applying for a personal loan, there are many factors you should consider. We've outlined the main points below. 1. Will you be eligible? One of the biggest factors you need to consider is whether you will be eligible for a personal loan. 2. How much do you need to borrow? You should also think carefully about how much you need to borrow and how much you can realistically afford to pay back. 3. How long do you need to pay it back? When doing your sums, you'll also need to consider the repayment term. If you choose a longer repayment term, your monthly repayments will be lower. But this also means the interest rate may be higher. 4. What is the APR? The APR, or annual percentage rate, takes both the rate of interest you'll pay and additional charges into account, so it's important to make sure you know what it is. What can I use a personal loan for? Personal loans can be a good choice if you want to fund home improvements, purchase a new car, consolidate debts, pay for a wedding, pay for a holiday. If you do not hold U.S. citizenship, you might be able to take out a private loan if you have a creditworthy U.S. citizen or permanent U.S. resident who can co-sign the loan agreement with you. UK banks will be able to offer personal loans, but you will have to begin making payments during your studies, and interest rates are considerably higher than a student loan. Make sure you indicate you are an international student if this is an option. Many of these searches will also bring up university-specific scholarships. There is bound to be a scholarship applicable to your situation. The following resources can help you search for scholarships based on your circumstances. Some graduate school financial packages will loan money directly to international students. This will be clearly indicated on their website. If you are a US or dual US-UK citizen, you can apply for US federal aid through the FAFSA website. There are limited options to use loans to finance a university education in the USA if you are a British citizen. Eligibility criteria can be found online for the UK government's professional and career development loans. Schedule your applications sensibly, and remember you can often apply for as many as possible. We recommend you seek independent financial advice before taking out a loan to fund your studies. Education USA. Funding for US study. Big Future Scholarship Search. FastWeb, you can register using a U.S. university's mailing address. EFA.org. Peterson's College Scholarship Search. Scholarships.com. Applying for them. External scholarship applications are separate to university applications. They might require essays, competitions and/or interviews. Some scholarship deadlines are much earlier than university deadlines, and some are much later. British student loans are only tenable in the UK. There are limited options to use loans to finance a university education in the USA if you are a British citizen. UK banks will be able to offer personal loans, but you will have to begin making payments. There are hundreds of funding bodies helping international students attend university in the USA. They include trusts, charities and private donors committed to a particular educational mission. Like niche scholarships, external funding bodies often have specific qualities they are looking for in applicants, such as gender, country of origin, ethnicity, interests, talents, religious denomination.